The first act's wonderful Kevin Daniels. Are you ready for him? Start the clapping. Cheering, lovely people of Leicester, how are you? You well? You good? Coming out on a Saturday night, you know, sitting in the dark. Look at all you lovely people. How are you? This is nice, isn't it? It's a bit nice, this. It's a bit weird though, to be fair, isn't it? It's a bit weird. You know what it reminds me of? I was in Berlin once for the weekend. It reminds me of a sex dungeon I was in Berlin once. It was weird, it was really weird. There was a couple, there was a man and a lady on stage, like, proper doing it, right? It was weird and it was embarrassing, but we're not embarrassed watching, because the guy was really struggling and they had to bring somebody else in to sort it. It's nice to see you again, James and Tracy. Hi, it's lovely. I've been dying to say, I've been up the back going, I'm going to say that. That's what I'm going to say that. So it's lovely to be here. How are you getting on with the accent? The accent okay? Yeah. Fucking no. Who said no? Shut the fuck up. So do me a favour. I'm from Glasgow. Any other Scottish people in? Give me a cheer. Oh, God, they do. Somebody did cheer for the back of the room. Shout as loud as you can. Where are you from? Fucking hell, right? Right, we've got a dangerous situation, ladies and gentlemen. We've got somebody in from Paisley. She said Paisley. Some parts of Paisley are quite nice. She's probably from a place called Fergusley Park, right? Let me tell you what Fergusley Park is like, if I can make you lovely people of Leicester understand. Fergusley Park, it's a wee bit like, I don't know, Beaumont Lees with more interest. I met this lovely English lady. I married this lovely English lady, right? It's incredible. We've got two weird half-breed, crossbreed kids. It's brilliant, right? I love it to death. It's amazing. And but she's a very posh Leicestershire lady. She grew up in a little village in Leicestershire. And you consider yourself working class people of Leicester? Hey! I don't know what to call you, but fucking, you know what I mean? I consider myself working class, right? But my wife is very, very middle class, sir, right? My wife is middle class. I love it to death, but she's slowly turning me middle class, ladies, right? And I'll be honest with you, there's bits of it that I don't mind, right? It's quite good, but I don't understand it. It's a real struggle for me. I'll give you an example, madam. We do a lot of shopping. Now, I've got a theory. Give me a cheer if you like to shop. Hey! Give me a cheer if you don't like to shop. Hey! See, I'm in that category, boys, right? I'm a don't like to shopper, right? Some of you, and it doesn't matter whether you're a guy and a lassie that are in a couple, or whether you're two ladies that are in a couple, or two guys. There's always one of you that's a shopper, and the other one's a shoppy, right? So I'm the shoppy, right? I love my wife very much, so I go shopping with her. Tell you what happened the other Saturday, madam. I got sent to Nottingham the other day because I had to go to the White Company because I had to buy a pomegranate diffuser. When I was a wee boy in Glasgow, I didn't know what a pomegranate was. Now I've got a house that smells of a fruit I didn't know existed. It's weird, right? But we go shopping. We live in Leicester. This is great for me. I'm only 4 or 5 miles from here. It's great to gig here tonight. I live in Leicester. It's brilliant. We go to the High Cross a lot. We go in shopping, get into town a lot and go shopping. My wife, of course, she's middle class and she's posh. She likes a wee bit of John Lewis. You like a wee bit of John Lewis? Feel very classy, madam. You like a wee bit of John Lewis? You like a wee bit of John Lewis? My wife loves a bit of John Lewis. So we come into town. You see this every Saturday, wandering through Leicester, wandering through the High Cross, right? You see this every Saturday. There's somebody like this. That's my wife, right? She's doing this. Because she's shopping, and I'm this behind her. I'm like this behind her, right? Usually carrying bags of some description, right? And we get into John Lewis, and we get on the escalator, and we go down to the ground floor, and we go to the ladies' department, and my wife wanders about the ladies' department, and I wander about behind her. And it's torture, right? Every now and again she'll pick something up off a rail and hold it up to me like that. Can I just say on behalf of all of the people that don't like to shop, stop doing that fucking shit, right? We don't know when you hold stuff up like that to us, we don't know what to say. Right? It's a fucking catch-22, you don't know what to say. My wife will hold it up and look at me and look at this and go, you see other couples, I see other people, and I think, you see other guys smiling and nodding when their partners do that, and you think, well, I can do that, I can smile, I can nod. I can do that at least. So Mary will pick her blouse up or a shirt up or something and she'll hold it up and look at it and look at me and I go, and then she'll put it in the basket, you know what I mean, she carries on. I get quite bold then, I get quite confident then. Yeah, I'm going to pick something up off a reel, right? Can I just say, gentlemen, don't do that, alright? Don't make the mistake I made, alright? I did that last Saturday, right? In High Cross. Saw this wee jumper and I picked it up off the rail and I held it up and I went to Mary, you look lovely in that, darling. She looked at me with a look I've never seen before. She looked at me as if I'd just cocked my leg and pissed up against a mannequin right in the middle of John Lewis. It was bad. What have I told you about diagonals? She said to me. You made me look fat. Put that back in the rail. After about 20 minutes, she can see the death in my eyes, right? And she looks at me and she goes, why don't you amuse yourself for 20 minutes? There's only one place you go in John Lewis when your partner says to you, why don't you go and amuse yourself for 20 minutes? So you get on the escalator, you go to the 3rd floor, where all the audio and visual equipment is. I'm a good husband. I can be trusted. Some of you can't though, some of you are a fucking flight risk, right? Some of you can't be trusted. Some of you have got to be taken to the TV department by your wife. She holds your hand all the way up the escalator. And she gets a hold of Samantha, the wee sales assistant, but they're not called sales assistants anymore, they're called customer experience executives or whatever, right, you can't. And she says, this is John. Can you look after John for 20 minutes? And she'll go, come on John, come and meet Simon. She takes you out to some guy playing with a MacBook. Simon, this is Steve. Steve, this is Simon. Steve's looking at the new MacBook. Simon's like, oh. I can go there myself, right? Half of you fuckers would end up in the pub or the bookies, right? I'm allowed to go, I go myself. I get up on the 3rd floor, I wander round about that department. It's just lots of guys all circling the department like this. Or just touching shit that they can't afford, you know what I mean? Oh, they're all like, look at that, So we're not just waiting for one thing, right? We're waiting for, because on the hour, every hour they do the demonstration of the latest 60-inch touchscreen, high definition, curved, Dolby surround sound, 4K fucking telly, right? And we're all sitting there watching it like that. It's amazing, it's amazing. Some plucky-nosed 21-year-old failed biology student is teaching you about it, right? It's called Nathaniel or something, right? You're all like, teach us the way of the TV, Nathaniel. Right? And every now and again, a guy at the back of the group just peels himself away from the group. Because his time's up. And he looks at us and he nods. And we all nod. Because we know in 10 minutes that'll be us. He gets on that sliding stairway of sadness to go and find his partner again, right? And what do they do when those demonstrations are on, right? What do they show you on the television? If you don't know, ladies, what they show you on the television is wildlife programmes. It's all herds of wildebeest roaming majestically across the plains in 4K high definition. It's because we're just modern day cavemen, right? We're all like, oh, look, beastie. Think to ourselves, if I buy that telly, I could hunt buffalo as well. Right? It's incredible, it's brilliant. I saw the best thing I've ever seen the other week. I saw the best thing I've ever seen, right? After the demonstration, a guy at the front just put his hand up and went, I'll take one. No, the guys all went, is that allowed? I don't know, I've never seen it done before. I don't know, I've never seen it done. And 5 minutes later, Nathan came out the back with this big massive plastic box, this big huge cardboard box, gave it to this guy. And he got on the escalator and he slowly disappeared down the escalator with his box. And we all just burst into applause. Go on, big man! Yes, brother! Go on, one day I'll be brave enough to buy the big fucking telly. Go on, mate! And then 5 minutes later, that big telly come back up the escalator. Yeah, a very angry looking woman behind him, right? We learned a valuable lesson that day, right? We can't make those kind of purchases unsupervised. Listen, you've been an absolute joy to talk to. Thank you very much for being so nice. If you like what you've heard, my name's Kevin Daniel. You'll find me on social media and everywhere else. If you didn't like me, I was Kevin Bridges. Alright, thanks very much.